Fake Mystique is teased for MCOC. Kabam fix, then mess up, then fix again Namor, and Variant 3 seems to impress the community despite the big scuff. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and another Marvel Contest of Champions news. If you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, but also hit the like button. That will help support the video in the scuffy algorithm. But without further ado, let's get into these news stories. Our first story centers around the fake news surrounding Mystique. Yes, Mystique, a character and a champion everyone would love to see in game, but just hasn't made the cut to be added. Lots of things would need to be considered to have a character like this put in. And this whole kind of transferring and kind of looking like another character, maybe even copying movesets, could be something that would be a little bit more difficult to put in. But it hasn't stopped people coming up with some fake little screenshots or kind of fake little kind of character builds that I actually kind of rate. I think this is actually a pretty good job. We've had fake images like this before and it's been quiet over the last year, but it is good to see somebody actually taking time and effort to make something and model something. So even though it is fake, we won't be seeing Mystique anytime soon. Got to give mad props to the person that actually came out and created this. So unfortunately guys, it is fake news, but it is a very good attempt and actually probably the best attempt I've seen in a few years that I've covered MCC news and also played the game. And now on to Variant 3. As you know, in the first couple of hours, there were some major issues. There was bugs, but also stuff that had been created for global nodes was not working as intended. For example, Apex manufacture wasn't exactly what we intended. We thought that it was going to be more powerful than it was, and Sentinel was not indeed getting that substantial buff that you would expect from those globals. But also there was more, and that was that stacked Overflow wasn't working as well. This got resolved in probably about 2 to 3 hours of the event going live, and I did come up with a video saying it's best to avoid it for about 24 hours. And thankfully Kabam did get on with it and did get it sorted, but it did feel like to me that it wasn't done as well, should have been released with no bugs, but you know, this is how these things happen nowadays. And once that all been sorted, the general feedback that I'm seeing at the moment is very positive towards things like this. My slight reservation and criticism is the fact that you don't get a rank 5 rank up gem, and that sucks because I'd love to see a 5-star rank 5 rank up gem. Yes, we have it in Variant 1, yes we have it in Variant 2, not having it in Variant 3 is kind of annoying because it is a great thing, but look, it's a shorter event. Some mad props for that. But apart from that, yeah, I really would have preferred another rank up gem. But it's a time saver. And does it bridge a gap? Possibly. It gives us some breathing space and get on with other content, which is great. I do advise to get the Colossus fight done 100%. So that particular chapter, which I believe is chapter 3.1, 100% it, get that boss done because that boss will be changing in the next few weeks. And you don't want to go up against a more difficult version of Colossus. Oh, no, no, no. Also, for those interested, here are the 2016 champions you can rank up. There are some really good ones, but also there's a lot of wishy-washy average. And me personally, I'm like, I've got my Quake. I'm like, well, should I rank her up? Well, let's see what I get after doing Variant 3. Am I going to pick up the correct 2016 gem for? Maybe. So that's something I'm going to hold back on. So those are the lists there. You've got your Hyperions, you've got your Dr. Voodoos, etc., etc. You got some good mutants, you got some average mutants, and you got some alright skills. You pick and choose what you get. If not, just spend on whatever, because at the end of the day, if you only can spend on 2016 or below, then you've got to use whatever you can use. In other news, and do you remember that story that we talked about, the idea about the Rarity gates and it being a thing of the past? Well, there's been some clarification and Kabam has responded to this being sort of leaked from that forum, the private forum for the beta testing. So let's see what he's got to say. First of all, he reminds everybody that everything is subject to change, but they won't be removing Rarity gates from Act 6 Chapter 2, which I think all of us pretty much knew that was going to happen. But I think what was said from the statement was it was everything ongoing, so 6.3, 6.4 would not be a thing. For any of those interested in information on what was actually said in that forum post, because do bear in mind the beta forum is a private thing, and having only a small amount taken from it, yes, it was sort of taken out of context, but I think a lot of people would assume exactly what I would assume, that it wasn't just saying, right, they're doing away with Act 6.2 Rarity gates. It's on an ongoing thing. So 6.3 will likely not have them based on the performance of people exploring in 6.2. So you won't see 6.3 and 6.4 rarity gates, but everything is subject to change. Next up, and let's talk about MCOC cause and effect, mainly arena cause and effect. So as you know, what's been happening fairly recently is that arena scores and cutoffs have been going way down. And a lot of people are attributing that to different factors. Some say that this is due to the fact that this is arena bot banning. Others are saying this could be because the game is kind of falling off for a lot of players, or there's just very lack of interest in these champions that are being introduced. Either way, with the 2 champions that are going in over the weekend, Cable and Mr. Sinister, it will be interesting to see where they chart, because I've gone with very high predictions for Mr. Sinister, and as well sort of a Cable at 24 mil and with Mr. Sinister at about 3 mil. Now, I could be completely wrong with this, but I just don't know. Is this going to be one of these times where the arena bot banning is then cause and effect has now caused everything to then change with the way that they were scoring things? Do I have to then change the way that I'm kind of pitching my scores based on arena bot bans not being in effect? Either way, it kind of does screw with my mind, and as well as screws with everyone else's mind. But when you're seeing stuff like this is the cutoff for Sunspot. That is ridiculously low. And someone was even saying in a live stream last night that they got a very high score when they were thinking that, oh, they're only going to get what was the round 1, and that was like 11 point something mil, 11.6 mil, 11.3 mil I think it was. So going into round 2 and having this is pretty weird. But there have been a lot of little kind of ban waves that have been coming out, and they've been spilling onto the forum a little bit. So the first incident that I saw was yesterday, where this post was put up, but it didn't stop there. There was also another and a few others as well, but it looks like some of them have kind of like admitted defeat and just kind of like, okay, we'll accept the ban. Either way, it's good that this is happening, but it's not frequent enough. It needs to be a case that people shouldn't have to waste their weekends. If they're like people honestly playing and really putting up about 25 to, I don't know, about 40 mil and don't get the champion, but could have had that opportunity to get it because of people like this, allegedly, I'm not going to say that is or isn't, but allegedly, then it kind of sucks. So hopefully there could be a way in the future that Kabam could really regulate this in order to bring those arena scores down in future, because I think all of us would really appreciate that. Either way, what are your thoughts on a knock-on effect from this situation, and whether or not you feel that comfortable to then get back into arena grinding for champions again? It'd be interesting to find out from you guys. And now onto that Namor story. As you know, on Wednesday's edition of the news, we talked about the idea he's going to be altered because he was doing too much damage, or his reflection damage wasn't really working as intended with a certain node. Eyes wide open, I believe. Well, he got fixed on Wednesday, and then on Thursday got a little bit scuffed, which isn't exactly brilliant. Oni2 put together a fantastic video outlining the certain changes from the point of this being put in to the point of even showcasing some aspects of evidence where it is quite clear the champion is not working as intended and is pretty scuffed. I'll leave a link in the description if you do want to check out that particular video. A huge amount of reflection damage that was then being sent back to any kind of enemy you were going up against has now hopefully been fixed. If you do have any issues, go to the link in the description and have your say, as well, we just don't want to see more bugs. It has been a very odd time. It feels very much, as I've said, April, March time, where we had a huge amount of bugs and everyone was really kind of annoyed about the game. So look, hopefully in future these things are addressed and sorted out, because I know a lot of players don't want to have this when they log into the game. They want consistency, god damn it. And on to our final story, something to end on a bit of a funny note. Saw this on Truecost's page. Shout out to Matto for this, because this is hilarious. It just feels like Wolverine's a bit kind of like obviously aggressive. I don't know really what to make of this. You just kind of feel that one of them needs to just say to the other one, suit up, if you get the reference to that. But yeah, it's always fun to see stuff like this. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy today's Marvel Contest of Champions news, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. Do bear in mind, on Sunday, we've got Marvel Contest of Champions news weekend featuring meme review and also a discussion with you, the community. So do be around for that. and also some other content. We've got the Warlock thing coming out, so we've got to review him, and also Magic Synergy as well. So there's a lot of videos that should be coming out over the weekend as we rock into next week when we get the beta. So happy days on that one. Thank you very much again for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.